Hey everybody, I finally did it. I'm checking something off the bucket list today. Prism Mike has gone Holley. So I had everything ordered in, I got it on the truck, and now it's running and driving. And don't worry about this. This is kind of temporary. I put this on here because I was driving with it in the seat for like a week. And I put it on there for Cars and Coffee so I could kind of make it look a little bit less ghetto in here. But alright, well, the thing was idling kind of high, but it's still kind of cold out right now. Yeah, so I got this thing running and got it driving. It's doing great. It's running better than it ever has. It's no longer rich like it used to be with the old ECU, with the tune that was on that, but it's running great. Had to make some modifications. You guys will see what I had to do to get the fuel rails to fit and everything, and changed the way the line routed, so I modified the intake cover for the fuel line over there. But yeah, I'm happy with it. It's running great, and I'm gonna go ahead and jump into some footage of me putting it all in. It was very simple and easy to do. So I'm just going to time lapse it all. You know, it's plug and play. Everything is there, and I got the harness, O2 sensor, just the whole kit with the ECU, and it's all tucked up in there. It actually went into that spot. You can see the holes from the other ECU. It went into this spot really easy. A lot better than the old ECU. I am missing a screw. Don't look at that. But yeah, I'm really happy with this. It's awesome. I need to get a rubber grommet for where it goes through the firewall still, but I'll fix that later. Right now, I just kind of wanted to get the thing running and driving and get it learning itself. You know, it's got the learn mode, so I put it on that and have been driving it around, and it's doing great so far. So I'm going to throw up some footage now and let you guys see what the process was like, and I'll get with you at the end. That's good. All right, don't mind the airplanes flying over. I'm out here in the shop. Where I left off last night was... I got the intake off. I got the old harness off. And that was actually a pretty simple deal. I mean, because if you've seen my old video, it's all plug and play. It's super easy. And I have all the new stuff getting ready to go in. So I'm gonna get started on that. I've read like half the instructions, and that's about it. I didn't really read all of them, so I'm just gonna kind of figure it out. But I got the dash apart, kind of had to because there was some wiring back in there. Hopefully this goes okay and I can get it all put in and make some progress this morning. So there you guys go, and I'll catch you in a little bit. Oh, I don't even think I told you guys about this yet. I got new Ev6 injectors, and these are 76-pound injectors. So pretty big upgrade from the stock Multec injectors that I had before. I'll be able to make a good amount of power with... Sorry, somebody's doing this. I'll be able to make a good amount of power with these injectors and not really have to worry about them. So yeah, that's another little addition to the truck. New upgrade. Let's get to it. All right, I'm putting the intake on right now. I'm putting the fuel rails on the intake right now, and the injectors are obviously smaller than the Multec injectors. The Ev6s are smaller than Multec. So this is what happened. That's been modified, basically. Just cut big chunks of that plastic out of those tabs on the intake, and it was a half inch. Cut out a half inch on the tab for the intake, and it set those fuel rails down to where now the injectors fit perfectly. So problem solved. Probably not the way that everyone would do that. There's other ways that you can make these fit, but that's what I was working with, and I want to get it done right now. I don't want to go buy no other parts or anything else, because you guys know, as I said in a previous video, that I am changing my intake and fuel rails here pretty soon. So it's just gonna work for now, and I'm gonna get this in the truck right now and go ahead and finish plugging in all the wires and everything. All right, so quick little intermission here. You see that big old ugly thing here? This little valley cover with these knock sensors that I don't use and will never use ever. I'm replacing that. So I'm running down to ICT Billet and getting a new one, because they got them in stock and it's like, you know, right down the road from me. So might as well. I got the intake off. I wanted to do this a while ago when I changed heads on this truck like a year ago, but no, God, that was like 2 years ago. Anyway, so now I'm doing it this time because I have the intake off, and yeah, it's dumb not to. So I'm gonna run down there and be back. Okay, so I got the new valley cover on. Now, I got a new valley cover on, and I had to get a new oil pressure sensor because my other one was like a mechanical one, so it just ran to a gauge that I had in the truck, and I'm getting rid of that. So I think I'm good to start putting some wiring in. So now we're making some progress. Okay, so you guys know I gotta show you the old versus the new. They pretty much don't look very different. This one looks a little cleaner. It will look like that one here pretty soon because I live on a dirt road. But there's a few extra things. I mean, you know, this one is different. It's not the same as that one, but you know, I mean, they're all wires. It's not really nothing crazy. That's still a really nice harness, and I'm really happy with that harness because it was very easy, very simple. Plugged it in and it worked. So I'm hoping that everything is basically the same for this one, and it's just, you know, yeah, should be easy. I don't know. So we'll see how it goes. But there's a little comparison for you. This one's a little bit bigger, but that's because I still have like my injector harnesses here, my O2 sensor, my battery cable. Okay, so I've been waiting for like a year now to get enough points to get a free tank of gas. And this thing, I go through a lot of gas, so I get points pretty fast. And I'm at $3.50. And they just changed the gas price to $4.15. It was $3.95 yesterday. I should have got gas yesterday.
Holy crap!
Yeah, I stopped at the gas station with you yesterday.
Bruh, $4.15.
I stopped yesterday and could have saved a few dollars on gas. Okay, so I filled my gas tank up. And I'm broke now. And I only filled it up like barely over half tank. So anyways, what was I saying? The Holley stuff is running great. It's doing good. It's doing its job. Not that I'd really know. I just kind of hooked everything up and then went and floored it and did a burnout. But doing pretty good. I'm really happy with it. So I had HP tuners for the other ECU, and so far I haven't tuned nothing. I just put it on learn mode. I think I already said that. I put it on learn mode and just let it go. I had HP tuners. Just looking at the Holley software, it is 10 times easier just to navigate to stuff. Because HP tuners is real confusing. You kind of get the hang of it after a while, but it's like really over the top. It feels like to me. That's my personal opinion. But other than that, I don't know. The screen's cool. It's really handy because you can adjust some stuff on it. I'm sure most of you watching already know. But if you don't know, now you do. It's great. And the other thing I wanted to say is it's obviously a very easy install. I had everything hooked up in about a day, and that's taking out all my old stuff, putting all the new stuff in. The place that I mounted my ECU was the same location that my other ECU was mounted in, except it's a lot easier. That was one of my favorite things about the ECU is the holes. It already has holes in it, so you just put screws in. Other than that, I don't think I have really anything else to say. It's very easy and very simple to use. Just make sure your settings are right, because I would do the startup thing. Here, get in here. Okay, so basically whenever you start this up, you go into your settings and you'll have like a base thing, and just read your instructions, you'll see it. But the only thing I wanted to warn you guys about was I would set what size motor I have in my truck. And one of the first times that I started this up, I set up for a 5.3. And then I went into the settings and found, well, I don't even know where it's at. I haven't done this in a while, but it's somewhere in here. Anyways, I don't know. My point is just go through and double check after you do your initial startup settings and you set them all. Go through and look and make sure like the engine size is correct, because I had it set up for a 364 and it was wanting to idle, like dumping a ton of fuel in this thing, and it wasn't running right at all. And I don't have my pin, so it's kind of being stubborn with me. But there's a guy with his race car over here.
Race car.
Dude, that thing has gotta be,
Bro, when he...
like a 10-second, look, even this guy right here, back behind me, he's even looking. It's like a 10-second, 8-second car.
His turn signal is tweaking out.
Probably. You don't have time. When you have that much horsepower, you don't have time to worry about turn signals. Anyways, so, oh gosh, I don't even know where it's at. I haven't messed with this in a while. I've just kind of been letting it do its self-tune, so oh, here we go. Are you okay? Over there?
I died.
Engine setup. Okay, so, oh my gosh. All right, so you go into your settings, it's engine setup. This was set up as, I put it as a 323, as a 5.3, and it was showing, after I did the initial setup, I went in here and it was showing 364. I do not know why it did that, but I changed that and it fixed everything. So just in case if you guys have a little bit of trouble starting this right off the bat, I would just double check and make sure that your engine size is set up correctly, and you should be, I mean, it is very simple to figure out. Yeah. So with that being said, that's going to wrap up this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. You have anything you want to say? Okay, that's it. All right, so you guys, well, I'll see you in the next video.